Oh, hello, welcome to my channel. Hello, Maggie. Hello, Monique. Okay, I wanna continue painting this portrait. Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start painting with bristle brushes. I have a couple here. And the colors are titanium white, cadmium yellow hue, cadmium red hue. I have burnt sienna, cobalt blue, and ivory black. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Can you hear me okay? Okay. Let's paint. Okay, I'm gonna try to start with something really simple, like just blocking light and shadows. Just a minute. Okay. I'm gonna mix here, okay? I don't have too much room here for mixing the colors. This is gonna be for the light. I just burnt sienna and white. Hello Rosario, hello Joyce, hello Lydia, hello Elba. Okay. I started this portrait about a week ago, and I had some internet problems, and I just painted for maybe 5-10 minutes. Now today I will try to paint as much as possible. I think I'm gonna paint for a couple of hours. Right now I just want to establish just the lights. Okay, squinting down my eyes, checking the image. I'm not using too much paint. You know, burnt sienna and white is just like a little bit of a grayish orangey, but I gotta say that I'm planning to knocking down this color a little bit. That's why I'm not using too much paint. I think I have enough with the lights, and now I'm gonna block in the shadows. Okay. Hello, Maggie. Okay. Yeah, I think everything is gonna be okay today. I'm mixing burnt sienna white, a touch of cobalt blue. Okay. It's gonna be for the shadow. Stepping back, yeah, I think everything is okay. Let's see. You know, I always try to keep thinking about the proportions of the face, and I always use the Canon. No, at the beginning for me is kind of to establish light and shadows just with two colors. Okay? One color represents the light, the other the shadow, and I'm trying to follow just the Canon. It means the regular measurements that we use for any face is from the brow to the nose, from the nose to the chin. Okay, now the center line of the face, and from here a 45-degree angle to one eye and to the other eye to find the corner of one eye and the corner of the other eye. Okay, and for the eye you split this in three portions, and this one that's going to be for the bottom, for the lower eyelid. I'm using any medium right now. I usually use linseed oil and turpentine, half and half, but I don't know, for this sketch I think that's okay without any medium. Let's see, for example, it's the same with the with any face. Okay, we try to follow the same proportions. Now do we have to see if the person has like a different proportion, and about hair is like she has like a let's say that this distance is bigger, higher than this distance. Okay, I gotta check out that during the process. I'm squinting down my eyes and try to copy shapes. Okay, the shape of the shadow, the shape of the light. All these shadows, you know, this is shapes, and here's the same. Try to see like this is something like a flat shape, and I'm trying to copy this. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, looks like everything is okay. Hello. Oh, somebody's asking me something. Okay. However, I'm using right now using bristle brushes. Both this one is 14 and this one is 16. I'm using bristle brushes because I mean the portrait is a little bigger than what I usually paint here in YouTube. Hello, Michael. Hello, Manuel. Okay, stepping back. Okay, let me see. Oops, I made a mistake with the brush. The only problem I have now is that I don't have a palette. I mean, and right now here, I have to get rid of this in order to paint everything, the background and everything. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep this space as much as possible. Let's see. Stepping back, I think I'm checking out, for example, things like this here and alignments. Okay, this with this. Okay, what else? Okay, looks like everything's okay. Okay, hello, Mar. Hello, Fathy. want to read some comments. I said, I'm sure your audience would love you to share your studio space. Yeah, one day, maybe. I'm not so sure about that. You know, I don't kind of kind of a neat person. I have so many things here on the floor, and yeah, I'm not proud about my studio. And this is not, let's say, this is not my studio. I mean, this is a small room that end up being my studio for painting for YouTube, basically, because it's just really a small room, but it has like a high, what to say, roof. Yeah. But anyway, it doesn't matter how big or small is any of the places that I have here. You know, I have this small room to paint for YouTube, and I have another room for me. It's a little bit bigger. I could call that my studio. Yeah. All of them are the same. It's just a mess. That's the only place in the house that nobody touch. I mean, but nobody say my wife, because she's the one that she loves to keep everything in order. But I think she had learned just to not touch my space, or maybe she just got tired. By the way, she's Margaret Brooks. Margaret and her daughter. She's from Connecticut, and she's an artist too. She's one of my patrons. She's a sculptor. And she has a really nice art gallery in Connecticut. Let's continue seeing and checking out again. Proportions. The only thing that's easier for me when I paint a face that it has the lighting, so strong lighting like this, is that I can use the light, I can copy the light, the shape of the light. That helps me. For example, this. Okay. This is shape. It's easier to copy the width and the height, the shape of this. Just think that this is something flat, this kind of a map. That's really easy to copy. And then here's a triangular shape again, and this shape. Okay. Now every time that we have a light like this, at the same time we can exaggerate a little bit temperature, because this is a sunlight. We can tell the sunlight. That means that we can exaggerate a little bit with a little bit of yellow on the mixture for this color. But right now I'm just working with this because right now I don't want to think about color. I'm establishing just let's say the drawing aspect of the painting. I'm trying to copy the proportions. I'm trying to get a little bit of the likeness. Hello, Dita. Thank you, Elba. Okay, let's see. Let's step back. Okay. Sorry that I have to focus on the portrait. I mean, you know, this is a commission. I have to get it right. You know, I don't expect too much sometimes. I mean, today maybe I will speak even less. Yeah, I mean, I want to have it right. Right now, I'm kind of just guessing the position of the eyes. Of course, it's not like 100% guessing because since we establish a canon, we usually going to follow the canon, those measurements. Okay, for example, by measuring, I place, oops, I place here the brows, the nose, the chin. I split this in three portions. Here are gonna be the lower eyelid. Okay, I mean the thing about guessing, that's gonna be more about moving this maybe a little bit to the left, to the right. Okay, a little bit up, a little bit lower maybe. I need to move this a little bit. Lower dish. I've been painting commissions, I think. I mean, I just for what? I mean, I'm 50, and I'm painting commissions. When my first commission, I think it was my first year as a student. Yeah, I mean, before that, I painted some commissions. I mean, it wasn't mine; it wasn't my mom's commission because she's a painter. And she put me to paint. Yeah, she was like, like, hey, you gotta do something. And maybe this. I mean, maybe I don't know. You won't know what to do with your life. Paint. paint a little bit. Maybe it's gonna just, I don't know. Maybe one day you will fit your family with this. And then I started to. I mean, you know that I always love. I always loved to draw when I was a kid, and I painted maybe the first commission when I was 14. Yeah, I remember. I mean, I didn't do the drawing. My mom, she just handed me the portrait with the drawing ready, everything kind of ready. I add color, okay. I add the skin color. Was really simple. It was just one color, kind of close to what I do until today. Okay, just kind of one color, and after I finish up with that color, I mean obviously one color and the light and shadow and midtones. She added more colors to the painting. My real commission, it was maybe when I was 18, was a drawing. And then when I started to get a lot of commission was when I went to, no. I'm trying to remember why I'm painting, sorry. And just, when I was, second year of School of Art, I remember. I had a commission like to paint a portrait with pastels. It was really nice. It took me, I think, like 2 days, a couple of days to draw this portrait. And then this person was like, "Oh my God, I love it. I want another more." And I was okay, and another more. And then one of her friends was like, "Oh my God, I want a portrait too." Okay. And then I started to get some portraits, another portrait, another portrait. Yeah. And every portrait, it was like really cheap. Yeah. I was a student. I was 18 years old. I didn't need so much money. I didn't want too much money. It was enough for just materials. And I got paid. I remember I was like maybe uh, 3 times this size of painting. I got paid like, I think, $40, maybe less. I think I'm thinking about my currency, which is different to the dollar. Yeah, something like that. Mm. Okay, Ardish, that would be really awesome. You have lost some weight. Oh, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna move things here a little bit. Like I think the width of the nose. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to here. Okay. Oh, speaking about commissions, I just hello Jay Kishan, thank you Dave. Okay, to continue speaking, I have to fix something here. Okay. Okay, that's gonna work on this eye. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna continue telling about a little bit about commissions that I have painted in my life. I mean, I think I thought I spoke about this in one of the videos, maybe. Yeah. But since you're here watching me painting, yeah, that would be your punishment. Listen to me. Okay. The amazing thing about being a painter is that I mean, just the opportunity to go to travel here and there, And I remember the first time it was I went to Colombia, to Cali, when I was in my 20. No, I was 19, 19 I think, yeah, 19. Yeah, I stayed there for I think it was 4 or 5 months. I was kind of hired to paint just basically still lifes. I was painting still life. It was like a just daily routine work. Eh? I had to work 8 hours. The good thing that it was that I could paint the 8 hours any time of the day, and I used to start working at 6 p.m. in the afternoon. Yeah, I end up painting at 4 a.m., 4 or 5 a.m., and then I went to bed. And I used to wake up at kind of 11 a.m., take breakfast at 12. Yeah. It was like that every day, like for a month, I remember. And then I changed my routine to the morning because I remember I started to get so bored. I was just there working, painting, and I was 19. I wanted to go out. Man, I started to go out. This guy that hired me, he had some friends, some brothers, and you know, uh, we we started just to get out to get some drinks in the afternoon, and for that I have to start working really early in the morning, like 6 a.m. I end up like 2, 3 p.m. on the afternoon, and I have like the night free for me to go out, drink some beers. Yeah. just to enjoy and to know normal life. I remember I painted, I don't know how much paintings, but it was a lot of paintings in I don't know, 8 hours per day. Sometimes I remember maybe one day, even one day, maybe I think I painted a couple of paintings in one day. Small paintings, still lives. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of color to the portrait. Just a little bit of some reddish areas. Okay. I think the nose is just kind of. Yeah, it's not okay. The nose is something is it's not okay about the nose. Alright, let's continue working. Yeah, Margaret, you're right. Light and shadows. You know that I love this kind of, like they say, like I look for shapes. Yeah, I could say that it's more like an sculptural approach to the painting, more like a linear approach. I love that. That's why I mean usually I don't draw with lines. I basically look for lights and shadows. Okay, that tells me more about the form of the face, the volume of the face. And then about this trip to Colombia, I remember the more exciting part. I think it was the returning home because it was, I don't know for what reason we decided to go back. I mean, my friend and me. I said my friend after that time was my he became my friend. We decided to go like just by the route, just taking one bus, stopping in a little city, then another bus in another city. It took us 5 days to get from Colombia to Peru. What is usually a flight of a 2 hours flight. Yeah, it took us 5 days. It was amazing. And the first car we get in end up just hitting another car. It was an accident there. It was wow, terrible. And I was there. Yeah, that nothing happened to us. And after that, we took another bus to another city. We stayed there like for the night. Then next day to another city, going back to Peru. It was really amazing. I remember it was in Quito, in Ecuador. It was, oh my god, I think that's the weather is just so hot. I mean, it's just too much. It's just too much. I mean, I haven't felt that kind of hot weather anywhere else. I mean, I went. The only maybe place that I went to that's like that is Miami. Miami is really hot. Eh? It was nothing compared to Ecuador. To Quito, no, Guayaquil. Sorry. And of course, the more exciting place that I mean, as a painter that I have gone was New York, and of course in New York, the Metropolitan Museum, which was just amazing. Okay, I'm gonna put some color on the face. Okay, let me see. I think something is not okay about the face. Something is more. Okay. I'm gonna read some comments here. Hello, Brian. Thank you. Titi, hello. I'm still studying at the Florence Academy of Fine Art. Graduation is about to happen in 1 year. Maybe in the future I will also upload my painting on YouTube. Oh, that would be amazing, Titi. See you next time. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Florence Academy of Fine Art. Yeah, that's a very famous school of art. Yeah. Hello, Damian. Damian is asking me about the canvas. I guess on my canvas, or do you buy a stretcher canvas immediately? No, I just to prepare my own canvases. I use gesso, 3 layers of gesso. Johan Grauman is asking me what is that eraser that I use when I draw. Oh, it's a kneaded eraser. It's just a kneaded eraser. I just placed that. I put the eraser on. Let's say this is my brush. I put the eraser here. I have a little bit of this kneaded eraser. I put it here and erase like this. Just that. Michael is asking me another good artist from Colombia is Nicolas Uribe. Have you heard about him? Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, I was watching just a live stream before I started my live stream. Yeah, because he has a channel. I used to watch his videos. And he's making lately like a daily live streams. And I was just watching one. Yeah. Okay, let's put some color to the face. Usually when there is a transition from a really strong light, and the light is warm like sunlight, there is a little bit of saturation, just in the limit, okay? Here, we have to see saturation here. And usually on a face that is kind of always on the sunlight, the face. Okay, that's gonna be an orangey color, really orangey saturated color here. Okay, remember that because that's gonna happen every time that. I mean, of course, we can, that we can choose to exaggerate this orange a lot. I just keep it subtle, but you have to know that what's happening there when the light goes through the skin. We are watching a series about Peruvian Revolution, 1821. Oh wow. Uh, the last version, okay. Allá está mi billetera. Tarjeta, sí. Sorry, it was my son asking me for something. Okay. Now here I think I'm going to push a little bit the temperature on the light. Okay. I'm mixing here white and yellow. It's not like it's gonna be just too yellowish. This you know that the painting is wet here. Everything that I usually blend. When we blend, we mix the paint. Okay. Okay. Now you know that if we have a warm light, okay, on the shadow, what's gonna happen? We're gonna have a warm and cool shadow. Why? Because of this light usually is gonna bounce back to the face. Usually this light, this warm light, the sunlight is gonna hit something, and it's gonna take that color with its own color of the color of the light, this yellowish color for the sun. Okay, then it's gonna bounce back this area in the face. Now let's say that that's the rule. Okay, sometimes we can break those rules or we can change those rules a little bit. For example, what can I do speaking about color? I can mix violet here, and I can use this for the shadow. Okay. Now what's going to happen with this color? This color is going to make, for example, this orange here is going to just glow a little bit more, and of course the light is going to glow more. Okay, now this is pushing the color, this is changing things, this is okay, this is not something that we're gonna see. Why? Because where is this violet coming from? Where is it? Okay, usually if the light is so intense, is so strong, this warm light is gonna bounce. There's not gonna be this color. It's gonna be a little bit of a cool color. That's usually the sky color, the skylight color. Okay, but like I said, we can push this, we can change this, we can see if that works or not. I'm gonna do it just to show you, and later I'm gonna change this. For example, here. Okay, adding what? Violet. I don't know if you can see on the screen. Can you see the color on the screen? Yeah, a little bit. I think it's kind of dark. It's kind of too light. Let me turn off some lights here. Well, nothing happened here. Okay. Okay. Kind of difficult to see what I'm doing here. Let me check out if I can change things here a little bit. Well, what happened there? Sorry. Okay, looks like something happened with my camera. Just a minute, okay? Just a minute. I don't know what happened. Okay, something. I think I have moved a cable here. Mm, let me see if you can see my hand. What's happening? Just a minute. Okay, I'm just moving things here. Okay, I think it's okay now. Looks looks like it's okay now. Okay, I was speaking about a little bit about color temperature. Okay, and how what happened again. Okay. Trying to fix this. Okay, everything is okay now. Now speaking about temperature, I don't know if you can see the difference. Let me put more, a little bit more of yellow here, a touch of red. Okay, this is gonna be more like a warmer light. It has more orange, yellowy orange color. Okay, and this is cool. I'm gonna push this a little bit more. You know that I'm not planning to finish up this painting in a live stream. It's kind of two faces. That's kind of difficult to work. Okay. I just want to see how much I can push this contrast, okay, between the warm and cool colors. I need a little bit of this green here. You want to neutralize green, you add red. Okay, every time that you want to grade down the color, you have two options. You use the complementary color, okay? Or you just add gray, black and white. Okay. Let me see this. Thank you, Johan Grauman. Thank you, Jim Moore. Okay, I'm having some problems here, but I mean, it's not. This is not about the internet connection. It's about just me, just not knowing enough about how to set up a camera. This is a different camera, just to, because this painting is bigger. It's not the usual camera that I've been using lately. Okay, let's continue working. Okay, I was speaking about how to push light and shadow. Okay. And how we can just exaggerate temperature. Okay, remember, and I have here kind of a violet color. I don't know if you can see this violet here. Okay, that means that I'm going to exaggerate a little bit of red just in the limit okay, between light and shadow. That helps to create some transparency on the skin. I'm zooming in the image. I need to see little things. Okay. Looks like this. Okay. Okay. My stepping back is squinting down my eyes. That's this thing about squinting down our eyes, something that we have to do all the time. We have to. Okay. Need another brush. Okay. I think I got this eye, but yeah, maybe this. Maybe I have to move this eye a little bit up. Okay, now for sure I'm going to just soften this. I need to just squint down my eyes and see if I can just move this a little bit up. Okay. Again, I'm going to draw this again. Let's see. The nose. I'm going to move the nose a little bit to the left. The reflect here. I think here, need to make the nose a little more rounded. Okay. Okay. For example, there's no way that to be sure that about making this correction. You know, I corrected this like a 1 millimeter. What's that? I mean, it's gonna do something for real. Sometimes, I mean, I feel a lot of times not. Okay, nothing is gonna happen, but it's just a painting. Is kind of is. It's just adding a brush stroke that is gonna kind of move the previous brush stroke. It's gonna correct it or move it or ruin it. Uh, but we gotta kind of feel it. Okay, there's a lot of comparison. Yeah, and there's a lot of just trying to, let's say, to guess if you want what to move and if that's gonna be okay or not. If be prepared that maybe a lot of the corrections that we're going to do are just maybe I'm gonna be wrong, and then we have to just correct it, start over again in that area. Okay, but that's okay. That's the process. That's why sometimes I see something, I say, okay, I think I gotta move it this 1 millimeter to up or left or right or whatever, and I do it. Yeah? And yes, I compare, and little by little we compare more to the point that we're starting to see more of the face, and we're starting just to see more details. Okay, more and more details. And that way I'm getting close, close, and close. Okay, let's work on the mouth. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I have to move something here. Not so sure about the shape of this, the shadow here, and the space here on the nose. Okay. Let's see here the shadow here. Okay. Well, stepping back. I think I'm getting close here. Not perfect, but close. Yeah. Okay. A portrait is gonna be always difficult, and a commission is even more difficult. Okay. Stepping back, squinting down my eyes. Okay, let's see. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of orange. To do what I mentioned about this, just the limit between light and shadow. Okay, this is difficult. Yep. I'm gonna paint a little bit of the cloth just to get distracted from the face. Okay, I don't want to pay attention to the face just for a minute. Okay, just one thing before I switch. Okay, shadow here, shadow here. A little bit of black just to grade down this color. Okay. I need more blue. Yeah, I have to reduce this side of the face. A lot of things to paint. Okay, let's continue. I need to darken here. I need to narrow the face. Okay, I'm gonna mix a darker color. All this is dark. Okay. I need to zoom in the image. Yeah, okay. Let's see. This. Okay, I have an eye here, an eye here. I'm trying just to measure the distance and try to see, for example, the forehead, it has kind of a triangular shape. That's good. Okay. Okay, that's like an oval shape. The whole head. I think that's close. It's tilted okay. Now the nose and the position of the nose and the eyes, I think, are okay. Yeah, I need to darken some areas. I need to work more on the shape of the face. Maybe to narrow the shape, the width, maybe. Yeah, I think it's a mistake on the width of the face. Okay. What else? For example, I need to darken here. Darken here. Okay, here on the mouth. the corner of the mouth. I need to make those corners even darker, but I think that's not gonna be a good idea to make those darks now, since I'm not so sure if I'm going to move them. I'm gonna move things, maybe the mouth is gonna be a little bit up. I'm going to insinuate the teeth here, just like this. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Let's see the mouth. Okay, something is wrong here. Okay, I need to clean this. Here, I'm trying to measure the distance. I'm trying to see. I think from here to here is the same distance that from here to here. The general angle, yeah. I need light here. Okay. Yep. Here you're not gonna see my mixtures anymore. Sorry about that, because I have to use a palette. Here's my palette. Okay. Let me see. I'm measuring from here, this light to here is kind of the same distance to the brow. Yeah, kind of the same distance. Mouth, shoulder. Yep. Good night, Dita. Okay, let's see. Let's continue painting. Need a little bit of medium. And adding here just white with cadmium yellow hue. Okay, the idea is to have this light here, here, here. All the light is going to be warmer. That means it's going to have a little bit of this yellow with white. Okay, after I have this, all these lights with glazes, I'm going to knock some of them in order to know that we cannot have all the lights with the same intensity. We have to control that. For example, this is a nice light here. Okay, it's kind of the same. If it's working okay with this area here, I think it's okay. If I feel that I have to change something, I will do it. Yeah. Okay, light, light, light. Okay, that's good. Now here, this is, I'm gonna keep this light a little bit knocked down. Not as intense as this one. Okay, now another thing that I have to think about the hair. If I paint the hair really white, I mean, I want this to be really white too, like on the photograph. I don't know. I add a little bit of yellow to the hair. Okay. Or do I want to see a difference between this light and the light on the face? A lot of things that we can just think about. Okay. For example, another thing about some transparency on the skin. For example, here I can saturate the shadow. Okay. Now, this obviously I'm just kind of blocking the whole portrait. The intention is not leaving something like really intense, because right now I consider this too intense. Obviously, my intention is just to kind of make a transparent shadow. The light is going through the cloth, and I have a result this. We can push that even more, but if that helps to the portrait, that's okay. If that add more color to the painting, good. But in order to see what's gonna happen, okay, you know that we have to do it. Just do it. Or we can, another option, obviously the best option if we decide to make any change, is make a thumbnail, make a sketch. For example, I can add even more. Okay. Now, obviously, that's my idea, but like I said, I'm not thinking about the same intensity. If I have something like this, if I want to keep something like this, definitely I have to just add more color to the whole face. Okay, more of this orange. In this way, it's not going to look alone, and it's not going to look like too intense. Okay. Definitely, obviously I have cool color here, warm color, that's perfect. Okay, that's a perfect combination. Okay, remember, I'm making an example here. I'm gonna knock down this Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there by now because I mean that's impossible to finish up this painting today. I have to let it dry. What is the color here? Okay, here I can do the same. I can add, okay, I'm going to take out a little bit of the paint here. One minute. Leo. ¿Te vas?
No, no.
Okay.
Te agarré 30 soles.
Agarra más si quieres, ¿ah? Agarra todo lo que hay ahí. Afuera, hay 60 creo. Está bien. Now I know this is kind of red. I can put orange here, okay? I mean, if the light hits something, the sunlight hits something, it's gonna be a warm color. I can exaggerate that, okay? And I have to analyze this maybe tomorrow. If this color is not working, I'm gonna knock down the color. But I think I got the face, let's say, kind of close to the proportions, light and shadow. The width of the face is not okay. About here is the same, kind of close. I think that's a good foundation just to work on top of this. Okay, just have to work here. Okay, this reflected light, you have two options. The reflected light is gonna be warm because reflecting the sunlight, or cool. Why? Because you're reflecting the skylight. Which one is gonna be? Which one is gonna work better with the painting? Which one I'm choosing now? This is warm or cool? Okay. What about accents? The only accent here, I think, speaking about, let's say, the dark accents. That's what I was thinking about, dark accents. Is this area here, okay? Now, I can do the same with the portrait, make this really dark, okay, and not make this that dark as I see on the photograph, because it's not about always copying the photograph, okay? I can add even pure black, small portion here, for example, and light up this shadow, okay? Yeah, in this way, it's kind of, this is going to, let's say, drive the attention here, and the face, two faces, and here. Yeah. And for that, I'm going to knock down this red. Okay, practice with these things, because I mean, for me is practice. I have seen so many amazing paintings master this thing about composition, about light, about edges, about contrast, and I'm working on that. Yeah? I'm not an expert on this. I mean, I don't think I think maybe it's the more difficult part about trying to, when we try to add or change little things. Okay, those little things are gonna be about color. When I say about color, it's not about mixing colors. Okay, it's about temperature basically. It's about contrast. Okay, it's about what? Complementary colors. It's about maybe pushing a color that you see a little bit more to this, add more saturation to that color, or knocking down a color a little bit. Those, you know, that little changes, I mean, make changes on the color. I mean, colors that don't live alone. It's not what you mix on your palette. Okay, it's just the colors interacting, all of them. Hello, Brahim. Maggie, I leave it up to your best judgment. Thank you, Maggie. Okay. Let's continue. Let's look. I'm going to look for some shadows that I can just add. For example, here. Okay, I can do this here. The same here. Okay, I can saturate this shadow here. Make it this really orangey. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the idea is create some transparency here, but the light is going through the hair. Okay, definitely I need to adjust this. I mean, I'm not leaving. You're watching part of the process, eh? And just let's say establishing all the colors, all the things that I have in my painting, and I'm gonna adjust them. I'm gonna change them little by little, saturate, desaturate. Okay, that's speaking about color. Color in composition, let's say. Okay. Now, what about the background? It's kind of a green. I think I'm going to knock down the green. Yeah, because with these accents here, 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 and here, that's gonna add more color to the scene. And I'm gonna add some glazes to the lights. And definitely I'm gonna have some cool colors on the shadow. Okay. That means that I don't need more color. And that green on the background, I think it's kind of asking for attention, this color. And I don't need that. Yeah. I'm gonna grade down this green more. I mean, I don't want the background to do anything. It's just to. The only thing create contrast between this and this. Okay. I mean, definitely it's not gonna be a light color because I wanna see this light here. Every time that you wanna see light, what you gotta do? You add shadow. Okay, next to the light, and the light is gonna glow more. Obviously depends the proportions. I mean, if I have a small dark portion here, it's gonna add some contrast, but it's not that much. With this background, it's different. I can make this background darker, uh, uh, gray down the green, and definitely make it darker, a little bit darker just around the hair, just to make this glow. Okay. What else I can do? Thinking about. Oh, okay. I was thinking about the face. I'm gonna add some cool colors. Let me see how it works. Okay, Bernadette Franklin, thank you. Maggie say yeah, like the warm color contrast with the blue. Yeah, yeah, that's good. Me too. Okay, where I was. Okay, now obviously you know what happened if you just cool down any color a little bit more than it should be. Let's say that you see that this color is a little bit cooler, and you cool down the color a little bit more. What's gonna happen that the warmer color on the face that's gonna just look even warmer. Okay, but remember, it's up to us how much we push this. I mean, that's not the idea. That but it could be. Yeah, that's not the idea that we see violet on the face like so clear. Maybe it could be okay, but I mean maybe why we don't think that we want people to see that the face is glowing some orangey, some transparency on the skin. And then after that we see, oh, there is some violet here on the skin. Yeah, that's better. That means that this cool color is doing his work. What's his work? Making the warm color glow. His color, his work of this violet color, this cool color is no. It's not like being seen like, oh my god, I see a lot of violet there. Okay, no. Well, that usually happens with cool colors and warm colors, a contrast between them, and saturated and desaturated colors. But remember, it's not enough just knowing this. I mean, and sometimes we cannot use this. Why? Because it depends on the proportions. Maybe in the area where I'm planning to add cool colors, violet, and blue, it's too small. Too smaller area, and I mean, maybe the color is not gonna do it too much there. Okay. Obviously, I'm doing this because I have a lot of shadow. Yeah, and obviously at the same time, I mean, you're not gonna see this color. You're not gonna see at the end this. Okay, definitely I'm gonna knock down a little bit. You're gonna see this a little bit. Okay, I mean, in the process we try to push things. Okay, and at the end, I don't know exactly what is gonna happen. I have an idea, but it's really difficult to imagine what's gonna happen. Yeah. Sometimes painters they can they I mean some painters can imagine what's gonna happen, kind of visualize the end of the painting. It's kind of really hard because there are so many steps on the process that to know what's gonna look, and sometimes we just And we sometimes in the process we see that we can push a color. We do it. We saturate the color a little bit, and then we see that we need to do the same with other colors. And then we do that, and that's something that we haven't planned at the beginning. Yeah? I think that's the beauty about painting. That kind of in the process, by keeping an open mind about making changes, we discovered more things that are going to help us to enhance the painting. Well, that's the idea, yeah? To make a colorful painting, or yeah, or create more contrast, or even the opposite. That would be knocking down the contrast, knocking down color. It depends what you want. Okay. I think I have too much space here. Yeah. Well, I have painted the face is too small. No, I have too much space. Yeah. I prefer to have a little bit more of space always. If I paint, if I let's say if I'm going to paint 20 by 24 painting, I choose what 4 inches more to each side, like it'd be like 24 by 28 inches. This way I have some space to work. Okay, I'm gonna paint more of this background. I'm cleaning here because I started this painting a week ago. I left just the color here, and they just, they dried here. I'm trying just to get that even surface. Okay, let's paint a little bit of the background. I'm putting some colors on my palette. Okay, I'm gonna mix black and yellow. Every black is like a really dark blue. With yellow you have a really dark green. Something like this. Let's see, okay, I feel kind of guilty of killing this green here. It's kind of asking me, no, I want to be here. Let me see, maybe put some green accents there. Oh, what about the hand? I forget the hand. Yeah, without hand. It's too difficult. Yeah. Magis, two value things you've taught me are focal point and the effect of colors on each other. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But the portrait usually, I mean, the focal point is always the face. Yeah? And when we just working on a face, the focal point of the just one face is, I mean, usually, let's say always are the eyes. And what we do to, let's say, change a focal point or exaggerate the focal point, that's when we add contrast. Contrast is between light and dark, between complementary color, between temperature. Okay, you can use that, any of those things, temperature, value, contrast. Another thing that we have to always keep in mind that maybe is in the difficult things that we need to master every time that we paint are edges. Okay. Okay, have contrast here. Yep. Now here I could add a little bit of light. I'm thinking out loud, okay? I could add light here, and this way I can kind of frame with contrast all around the two heads, and of course with the shoulder too, light here. Yeah, let's do that a little bit. Now remember, a lot of these things that I'm just kind of at the same time I'm painting and sketching and thinking about composition, all of that. A lot of these things, we do these things sometimes, and sometimes we erase them, we change them. Okay, let's say I have now this light, and I have contrast here, I have contrast here. Okay. 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 Now I can kill this edge here. Yeah. And keep the same value here, and this way this edge got lost. Have sharp edge, lost, let's say sharp, lost, sharp. Let's say here I have to do something. I think the hand is gonna work just to break down this line. Okay. Yep. Okay. Now let's go to here. I can add red on the shadow. Red here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I don't like it. Yeah. It was okay without the red. No, I'm not going to knock down this red. I think. Wait! I just realized that Margaret, she has some red design on her t-shirt. Okay, and if I add this red here, definitely these reds are going to work because they are not going to be alone. Yeah, but I don't know if it's gonna be a good idea to put this design here. In the photograph it looks okay, but maybe the painting is too distracting. I gotta think about that. Okay. Hello, Jonas. Nick's asking me, in your opinion, what's the best way to price your art? Wow, I think another. Mm, yeah, I'm not so good about pricing, to be honest. What I do is I check out other websites. I go and check out the Nexi. Okay, and if I see in Etsy something is $1,000, or charge 600 or 700. Okay, that's my. Well, that's why I say that's not good to give an advice about pricing art, because I think there's a lot of competition out there, and I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like charging a lot of money for a painting like 2,000, 3, 4, $5,000. And I have seen some portraits in Etsy that I don't know, 20 by 20, something like that. $2,000, $3,000 for a commission. But that's my way of thinking. Yeah, okay. That's maybe it's not good. Yeah, my wife keeps saying me that I'm cheap. Pretty sure she's right. Okay, I was looking for a brush, a bigger brush. I don't have it right now. Okay, I think that's it for today. Yeah, I need to let it dry. I'm not gonna be able to work on details here because, this is a bigger painting that keeping me a little away from the painting. I need to get a little bit closer to work on details. Okay. I'm gonna blend a little bit. The blending here, that's gonna be to kill some edges. Okay, I don't wanna let it dry with some sharp edges. Since when tomorrow maybe I'm gonna realize that I have to move the mouth maybe a little bit lower or make a change, and usually a sharp edge, something like this, or something like this line here, that's gonna be difficult to get rid of that. That's gonna take me put more paint, let it dry, and more paint on top of this, just to soften this edge. Okay, it's the same for everywhere. I gotta think about this red. Yep. Definitely, if I decide to add red here, I have to add more red than somewhere else. Here on the t-shirt, the red design, that's gonna help. Remember that. Think about this like when you think about music. Music is about repetition, rhythm. It's kind of always it kind of a song or melody. It's kind of circular. It goes. It kind of could be like repetition. And a painting, if you see a color that is alone, pick up the color, put the color in some places. I mean, it's not like throwing the color everywhere. It's just to try to find some rhythm by repetition. Okay. The same way that we kill, let's say, we try to kill straight lines. Why? Because a straight line is just kill movement, kill softness. If I make this really straight here, okay, that's not gonna help. Even if I see this, I'm gonna just soften the edge. I have to do something just to soften that. Okay. Softening edges. Magic saying red draws the eye. Yeah. A strong color is always going to call for attention. That's why usually we need to understand that what we see around us, when we see on a painting, a beautiful painting, usually we see a lot of grayish color, a lot of knockdown colors. Those colors are the difficult ones. Those muddy colors. Those colors are sometimes in the 60, 70, 80% of a painting. And we don't recognize them. We don't know about them because we are not looking for them. We are just pleased to see beautiful, enhanced, saturated colors. Okay, but this thing about color theory is about mastering those grayish colors, the proportion of those colors, because it's easier, to be honest, to lay down a pure color and just leave it there. But the proportion between these saturated colors and grayed down colors, that's the thing. Okay? Because if we throw pure colors everywhere, we end up with a painting that looks like a kid's painting, like a child's painting. That's what I mean. Usually, that's what we see when we are childs. We don't look for any gray color. We see just all saturated colors that we paint them. When we were childs, that's what we used to do. And we carry a little bit of that. And when we start painting, sometimes our paintings are kind of like that, so colorful. Sometimes are just too grayish. There are different things, But in color theory is about try to control those grayish colors. Most amazing paintings that I have seen in my life was just those paintings where I can tell the painter is just master those grayish colors and make those saturated colors that maybe they are just in the 10% of the painting just glow. And I say, oh my god, I wanna do that, okay? We all want to do that. But that's difficult. That's the difficult part about color theory. Yeah. The first thing is always for us is about mixing colors. We are so worried about mixing colors. But mixing colors, that's not the problem. The problem is just make the colors live together. Interact, the relationship between this one color and the other. That's the problem. Okay, I think this is a good foundation. Yeah, maybe I need to narrow her face a little bit, but since I have a soft edge here, that's gonna be easier to do. Okay. Okay, I have the oval shape. The proportions I think are okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think everything is okay. About color, I think yeah, I have the lights warmer. I have some violet on the face. Yeah, the idea is not to see the violet. The violet has a color that you just have. It's there to work to make the light glow. If I see too much this violet, some people see my painting and say, "Oh my God, I see some violet." So that means that I exaggerated those with that violet. Okay, that means I have to knock down that color. We have to just go back and forth. Leo,
¿Qué?
¿cuánto estás llevando?
60.
Ahí hay 50 más, agárralos.
No,
Y si van al cine,
60 soles.
agárralos, hay 50 más en mi billetera. Si van al cine, que
Cortita.
no lo gastes todo, pues. Mejor es que sobre que falte. Sorry, I'm speaking with my son.
Ya no te...
Okay. That's it for today. Hello, Dennis. Thank you, Dish. Okay. Okay, let me. I need to retouch something a little bit before I go. I just realized about that now. Just about the eyes. Okay, I think. Now, the mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna correct the mouth later. The position is okay, I think. Proportions. Yeah. Okay, that's it for today. Okay, wait, let's see. What do you think, Dennis? Okay. I'm just waiting for Dennis' opinion. Oh, thank you, Linda. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Joyce. Okay, that's it. Take care, everybody. See you next time. Oh, Dennis saying not sure for the orange in the middle. Oh, no. Yeah, yeah, it's I think it's just Yeah, you're right. It takes, yeah, exactly, yeah. You are totally right. It kind of compete with this, yeah, and have to reduce the proportion of this orange. Knocking down this, I'm gonna keep this because there is some light there that I just I wanna keep because I have this light. I need a little bit of light there. Okay? Knocking down, just okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Dennis. That was okay. Bye, everybody. Take care.